Amazing challengers, Tamara Perez coming to you from Lausanne, Switzerland. And in this video, I will share with you the concept about itchy buyers. What are itchy buyers? Why is it important to profile them, and how this can really switch your business from having tension and pressure when you are recruiting to really making it smooth, because now you're going to talk to the right people with the right message. So guys, I'm going to dive a little bit inside of this training. So if you are in this challenge, you already have access to the back office. So this is very fundamental training that every marketer needs to introduce inside of their tools, right? If you are able to understand who are the people that you're serving, believe it or not, 80% of the work is done, right? So that's super, super powerful, guys. You know, like when you, for example, in your, let's imagine this problem, right? If you're facing rejection and friction right now, it's because you're either talking to people who are not interested in your products and services, or either you are, like talking to everybody breathing because that's something that your upline was telling you to do, right? So the idea here is to really understand who are these people. Why would they buy from you, right? And finally, in the next trainings, you are going to find out how you will become super valuable to these people and how you are going to attract these people to you, because now not only you understand the real reason why they are going to buy, but you know who these people are, and later where they're hanging and how to be valuable for them in order to put all the pieces together and start recruiting 10, 15 new distributors every single month without rejection, without friction, without, those tensions, and really building your business with ease, speed, and pleasure, which everybody wants, because that's why we join businesses, right? That's why we go in this adventure, in order to have that lifestyle, in order to create that freedom for our families, and to have that financial support that we need in order to live the lifestyle by design. So yes, let's dive in here, guys. I will introduce you to the concept of itchy buyers, right? So itchy buyers are your biggest assets. As I said, they are going to be your, they are going to be the loop that you are missing in between you putting those marketing efforts and having the results, right? So if you are putting those marketing efforts, you're making live videos, sharing content every single day, you are connecting with people on Messenger, but you're talking to the wrong people, the results will not follow, right? Very important to understand, guys. So this is how you're going to be able to build that relationship and build those, really quality inside of your network, right? So first of all, why do you need a customer avatar? As we said, it's a self-inflicted pain if you're talking to people who are not qualified, who are already, they don't want your products, they didn't really raise the interest about that. So the reason would be, the consequence would be people will raise their fences, they don't want your products and services, they will feel like they are sold, right? So I've learned from my mentor that nobody wants to be sold, but everybody wants to buy, and you want to be the person, to become that person from whom people will buy, because you're talking to the right people, right? So this is how you're going to become the hunter instead of being instead of hunting people, right? So now, guys, I will dive a little bit here. That's the 5 meta motivators. And this is something that I want you, this is also an invitation to go back, and I will show you where. You are going to plug into your back office in Attraction Marketing Pro, and you're going to click on the trainings, and you're going to click on Attraction Marketing Foundations, right? And the second training, you have the second module inside of Attraction Marketing Foundation is really breaking down your avatar, which is your ideal customer. So people in the business today online, if they are facing friction and tension, is because they are in the dark when it comes to knowing who they are serving, right? So if you have a good product and service, but you're talking maybe, if you talk about steak to vegetarians, then you're on the wrong market, right? And vice versa. So you have to understand who you're serving in order for that message to appeal to people, and for order for, money change hands, and you'll be able to build your business and people will be served, right? So you have to understand that idea. So once you dive into the training, this will come, what I'm sharing with you today, it will become more clear. You will gain clarity, and you will be able to apply what we are teaching here, right? So the first thing, thing, guys, here in the meta motivators, it's people don't buy things by hazard, right? There is something that's some kind of emotional state that is raising inside of their mind, inside of their emotions, and these people are triggered to buy something, right? And people are triggered because they're motivated of that tension, right? So if I want to lose weight, there is some kind of tension in my body, in my mind, because I'm not where I want to be, right? So this is causing me tension. Maybe the way I sleep, maybe the way I feel about myself, maybe about being, conscious about how I look in the gym, and whatever, the reason that person might have. And there is motivation behind it, right? So people are motivated by power, by affiliation, by achievement, move away from pain and move toward pleasure, right? So you're going to dive into this and really understand. I want you, in order to understand these 5 meta motivators, I want you to make an exercise. And this is something that I invite you to do, and you can, plug it as a comment under this video. So like that, we know what motivated you to start your business, right? So your homework here would be to go through the training and really dive into these meta motivators and describe what was your motivation to start your business. Was it to gain power, to gain leadership? Was it to become affiliated to people who are on a, higher positions, and this was inspirational for you because now you can help other people get there, right? Is it some kind of achievement because people are wired for that, right? Or maybe you were trying to move away from pain. Maybe you started with the products because you had a weight loss issue, and now you have resolved that issue, and now you moved from that pain, and you want to do that for other people. But it also now involves gaining power because now you are having a business that you're running, and now you're becoming an entrepreneur, right? So we want to hear from you guys. We want to really understand if you, articulate what was your meta motivators to start your business, you will be more, you will set yourself in the position to be able to understand what motivates other people to take action, right? So another thing I want you to pay close attention, guys, is the theory of self-actualization of Mr. This was a famous psychologist, right? Maslow, who has really dissected the human needs and wants, right? And he made a hierarchy of those needs. And finally, you will understand if you are in a position of struggle on survival, like a lot of people are, right? They're only thinking to come to satisfy those needs of survive. Once you have satisfied that need, another need raises, and that's the need maybe to, let's say here, to have security and safety, or, become more successful and have a higher goal and have a leadership goals and so on and so forth. So I will not dive into that because it's your homework to do. And I want you, to do that as a homework for yourself. I want you to draw this pyramid of hierarchy of needs, and I want you to, for yourself, right, to highlight where are you right now. Are you there where you're struggling, where you need to satisfy the needs, which is totally fine because we all started in business, maybe for not all, but a lot of people are starting in business to create an extra income, right? There is, one salary is not enough to come to meet the ends at the end of the month, right? So it's totally okay if you are there, because now you can grow. Now, with the skills and the techniques you learn here, you can grow faster. So once you do that, guys, highlight where you situate yourself, because if you do this exercise, you will know where the half of your prospects are, right? I mean, you should always do these exercises because that's a lot more easier for you to then to identify their needs and wants and where they are at in their achievements theory, right? In the theory of self-actualization. Another thing I want you to pay attention, guys, is really profiling your itchy buyers. And this is something that I have learned from Brandon and I have learned from Jen. It's really a dissection of an emotional situation, right? So it's not something that you're going to, to look for a demographics, certain age or certain profession or certain, social status. Yes, that also counts, but you have to keep in mind a specific set of emotions, guys, that identify, that are happening inside of this person. And it's like you're captivating activating just that moment, and now you're analyzing who that person is, right? And if you're able to do that by going through this training, you will be able to create a message that speaks to them, and then you will be on point. You will be really hitting home with your message, and there will be no problem in conversions, right? So I hope this makes sense. Drop me in the comments if this makes sense. I want to know. So next thing you have to do, guys, is really take this training seriously and understand now what's happening in the head of your prospects, right? So you have to dive deep here. You have to understand, like why they do something, right? If you understand the why, you will be able to, craft a message. You will be able to be in ease when it comes to talking to these people in person, via message, via YouTube, via Facebook video, whatever your methods of communication with your prospects would be, right? So you have to understand that, and you have to understand really what's happening in their heads. And this is only practice, guys. We have a practical sheet later. I will explain how that works, right? So this is only by practice you will be able to understand what's happening in their heads, asking the right questions, and getting to an idea of seeing where they are and where they want to be, right? Next thing I want you to pay attention, guys, is how you're going to create a relationship with your avatar. As I said, I will not go in details here, but the goal would be to create a relationship where they are going to know you, like you, and trust you in order to trust you with the business, right? So if someone doesn't trust you, if someone doesn't perceive you as a person who can solve their problems, it will be difficult to make that transaction. And not in the sense only to receive money on your bank account, but in the sense that the person will remain where they are, having those acute pains unresolved, and you're going to struggle inside of your business because now you cannot articulate how you're going to help that person, and they don't see you as valuable enough. They don't perceive you as a go-to person yet. So you have to work on that in that relationship to create that trust and to create that you can solve people's problems. Then we talk about really the art of influencing. This is also an exercise you have to do, understand the principles of influence. That's going to change everything for you guys, because you're going to move from selling products and services to understanding what is the problem and what is the implication of the problem, and how your message can help people understand that what is it that you're putting out there as a content, the way you connect with people can really, go and dive deep into what's the real reason of why they are where they are at, and remove that tension and friction. So guys, that was, giving you introduction how to dive deep into this training. Really, it's the only way you're going to learn this is by doing, right? So you probably, if you're hearing this concept for the first time, you will need to dive into it like 1, 2, 3, 5 times. It doesn't matter. It's the most important is that you start to accumulate the verbiage. You start to accumulate, you start to have clarity on what's important to be learned, and take what you're learning into application. And that's why we have the live videos every single day, and that's why we have the live chat every single day, in order for you to start applying these principles, because our goal in this challenge is to equip you with the skills that you need in order to have success in any business, not only network marketing, not only if you're affiliated with Attraction Marketing Pro, but really if you understand the fundamentals of marketing, you will be able to have success in any business whatsoever. So guys, at the end of the challenge, at the end of this video, you will also find a breakdown. Brandon is breaking down here the really the sheet of how to understand the needs, the fears, the wants of your avatar, and you have the exercise there. So we are going to have one of our ladies making really a detailed breakdown of how to create a customer avatar, right? And for that, you will need to download this sheet here you find in your back office, but she will explain how to do that. I hope you find the value here, guys. If you have any question about the avatar and how to apply this training, don't hesitate to leave us a comment below in this video. So like that, we know where you're standing and where you need the most help. Please go through the homework that I have given you. It will bring you a lot of clarity. And one thing I want you to think of is that your avatar will evolve as your skills as your mindset evolves, as your capacities to solve problems evolves, your customer, your ideal customer will evolve, because now you will be able to understand more of those humans' emotions, more of those, set of events, emotional events that are defining your customer right now. And because now you have the skills, and now you have the mindset, and now you have the mentorship in order to cover all of these, emotional landscapes, your avatar will also evolve, right? So get ready to go on a long journey with us. This is, something that it's always evolving. So once you captivated your avatar today and you learn how to solve their problems, the moment that you're going to, to grow again and be able to have new skills and techniques how to solve other problems, your avatar will probably expand, will redirect, or you're going to break that in multiple avatars. So another thing, guys, about those who are in network marketing and those who are promoting Attraction Marketing Pro. So inside of, if you're only promoting your network marketing company, I want you to think about two ideal customers, right? You have your ideal customer, that is the person who is using products, and that's completely different mindset and completely different wants and needs than the person who has joined the network marketing company because they want to earn money, they want to rank up, they want to be the business builders, leaders, and achievers inside of network marketing company. So I will let you, do the exercise, go through this and think of these two things. So if you are a network marketer and now you are promoting IMP, guys, your business builder here is very close to our avatar about Attraction Marketing Pro. The only difference is that the Attraction Marketing Pro serves network marketers, affiliate marketers, online business owners, coaches, and consultants who want to have more clients and leverage social media, right? So you have to, you go to all of your affiliate links. You're going to click and read all the sales letters about Attraction Marketing Pro in order to be able to define your Attraction Marketing Pro ideal client, because you will understand more of the message and the verbiage and the way Attraction Marketing Pro solves the problems these people have and why would people buy, right? So that would be your homework, guys. Make sure that you're leaving us a comment. Make sure that it's, relevant to this content. And don't hesitate to tell us where you're struggling, because if you are reaching out to us with your problems and with your obstacles, we will be able to help you, right? If you hide in the dark, we cannot help you. So make sure you reach out to us, guys. Leave us comments under this video, so like that we will be able to guide you. And if there is, some particular questions, we can always do a live video and answer those questions again. So thank you for watching. Let me know all your homework. How did your training went, and did you manage, to really dive deep into the needs and the wants of your prospects? Where do you, where do you face obstacles? Where do you face challenges? And give us a comment, if you did your homework about understanding the pyramid of achievement, the needs and wants of people, and another homework that I have given you. So like that, we are all on the same page and we are running this challenge smoothly. Everybody knows where they are finding their training, and really start to learn and apply, because as I said, this is a fundamental training in every marketing. So if you don't master this training, whatever you start to do, guys, you're going to face, rejection. You're going to face a lot of tension, and you can remove it really by understanding and applying this training. So see you inside, and take care, guys. All the best. Thanks.
This is Delphine, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about your network, and most specifically about how targeted it is and why that's important. Well, that's actually very important, because whether you are just starting in online marketing, or even if you have years of experience, then you probably know by now that even if you have a network that is all the way up to 5,000, well, if your friends and family are not fully engaged and not interested in your products and services, then they're simply never going to buy from you. Yes, I'm sorry, but that's the harsh reality. So you may have to consider doing a little bit of a spring cleaning and starting your network from scratch. Now, that doesn't mean you have to get rid of everybody. You can still keep your friends and family, but you're probably going to have to keep them on a separate page and start a new page to promote your business. Now, how do we start a brand new network of 5,000 people really engaged, really targeted, people who are actually interested in our products and services, willing, ready, and able to buy from us in under 60 days without paying for Facebook ads. Well, that's precisely what this entire training that you're looking at right here on my screen focuses on. This is probably one of the most important part of our entire training here in our back office. This is the 5K MLM network. It's actually part of our gold package, which is available for only $100. Incredible, right? And you will learn strategies in this training that are absolutely mind-blowing. And I'm pretty certain that even for those of you who have been in online marketing for a long time, no one's ever told you about what I'm about to tell you about. Okay, so first thing you want to ask yourself is, how optimized is your Facebook page? Are you really taking advantage of all the features that are available on it? Did you know that you can actually use your Facebook page, pardon me, as a virtual funnel? Now, I'm not referring to ClickFunnels, okay? Although we do use it much further down the road in the program. At this point, you don't need to worry about ClickFunnels. Did you know that you can actually use your personal page as a virtual funnel to draw people over to your page and basically take them over to the next step so that you can then expose them to your offer and to your products? You didn't know that, right? Well, there you go. Now you know. This training will show you exactly how to revamp your entire page and set it up in a way that people will know exactly who you are and what you are promoting and where to go next to get more information about your products and services. Now, we're going to take this a step further, because now that you are rebuilding your network all the way up to 5,000 with targeted people without paying for Facebook ads, right? Now that you have a page that is optimized and that you are able to use as a funnel, the next step is what? Well, you probably want to think about having your own Facebook group. Why? Because you want to take people off of your personal page so that you can take them to a more, let's say, intimate space where you can start having more business-oriented conversations that will lead to transactions. That is simply the correct process that you should be following. And if no one's ever taught you that, then believe me, you need to learn exactly how to make that happen by following, again, this specific process right here. This is a funnel in 3 parts, very simple, requires absolutely no technical skills other than technically giving your page a little bit of a fresh look. Very easy. If I was able to do it, believe me, anyone can do it, because I'm really not good with technology. We are going to give you even more resources and tools by showing you how to use Zoom. Zoom is essentially a conference software that you use for video conference, and we are going to show you how to use it to do Facebook Lives and use it to for presentations, essentially, so that you can do very professional looking presentations. And now you're not just doing regular Facebook Lives, you are literally able to use it to do webinars and things like that. Now, taking people over to your Facebook page and your Facebook group is wonderful, but we have to give them a reason to stay, right? Right. You will not be able to do that unless you learn how to develop your personal value. Extremely important. And if no one's ever taught you how to do this, then let me tell you, this course right here is probably going to be the biggest epiphany you're ever going to have, because this is going to show you how you can show up, you can position yourself literally as an expert and authority in your own field. And your network is going to start coming to you over and over and over daily, literally, and look up to you as the solution to their problem. Pretty fantastic. Now, why is that important? Because that's the difference between chasing people around, trying to convince them that you have the right thing, you have the right product, you have the right services, you have the knowledge, etc. And having content that is so convincing in itself, right? And having content that is so magnetic that your buyer, your potential buyer, your ideal client will come to you organically and will reach out to you asking for more information, asking to talk to you, asking to set up an appointment, and asking to literally buy from you. But what happens once people start reaching out to you? Well, this is where usually about 97% of online network marketers lack the proper training to take that transaction further and usually lose the sale. They are not trained properly to keep the conversation going, to keep the momentum, to handle the conversation the correct way, and to follow up with their prospects. And this is usually why most businesses cannot survive. We have to learn how to keep these conversations alive and how to handle them in a professional manner. And this is, again, something that is covered in this training. And we're going to take it a step further. If you are on Instagram, then you probably want to make sure that your Instagram page is also set up in an optimal way, that you have all of the right components in place, that your page is set up with all the right links, with all of the right strategies, so that you can grow your number of followers exponentially in a very short period of time. And finally, you will learn how to use Facebook and Instagram stories to recruit people. You heard me right. You could literally use your stories in a way that people will start reaching out to you in response to the curiosity that you are going to start building from your stories, and ask about, well, whatever it is that you're promoting. Literally, whatever it is that you are promoting. So I think we can all agree that this is an extremely important training that covers very, very important points that most trainings don't even begin to, to cover. And we're very lucky to have it. I hope this helped.